I like my cigars like I like my women. Nicaraguan. So currently have the El Guenguense, the wise man from Esteli, Nicaragua. No, I know I said that. I like my cigars like I like my women. Nicaraguan. That's generally true. But just like every woman, it ain't gonna be the same. Every cigar ain't gonna be the same. Now, the last few Nicaraguan cigars I've had, I thoroughly enjoyed. This one doesn't quite compare. It's like women. Just because you had one, you get the other one, she might not be just as good or just as bad. It depends on the cigar. Depends on the woman. So, would I puff this again? The answer is I'm going to puff it again. That's number one. I wouldn't buy it though. I wouldn't buy it. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. I don't like it that much. But I have another one. Some more cigar talk. More cigar talk. So, you gotta try it once, and then you gotta try it twice, just to be sure. So this is a cigar that I'm currently puffing. The El Gūegūense, the wise man from Esteli, Nicaragua. Now, the aesthetics for it, you know me, I'm an artist. I look at the aesthetics. I want to do music videos. They're not bad, but they're not excellent. They're okay. They're what we call passable. It's doable. The taste is what I have to work on. Like, what notes does it have? What is it giving? It ain't giving shit I like. So, I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with it. It's an easy draw and pull though. No complaints there. It's not even a medium pull. Like, it's an easy draw and pull. Like I said, the aesthetics are okay. Now the puff time. I will have to knock it for that. I don't feel like I've been puffing it that long. Even if I don't know how long I've been puffing this cigar, you can get a general feeling like, damn, I just lit this shit up. Or, damn, I've been puffing this shit for a long time. I don't feel like I've been puffing this shit for a long time. I literally made one video. The shit lasted one video. So, all I did was make one video, edit that. I posted a couple shorts, but they're less than 15 seconds. So that's how long this cigar has lasted me. A quick little light up ASMR cigar outfit, and then 2 shorts. That's not a long time. So I have to knock it for the puff time. Now, the other thing that goes into the cigar rating is, of course, the price. But if you get a cigar for free and you don't incorporate the price, how would you rate it? And so based off of that, the shit is not an 8. I don't recommend it. Even if it was free, I don't recommend this shit. You know, if you vouch for somebody or something and somebody don't fuck with it, it come back on you, and that changes their... Anything you recommend after that is like, nah, somebody recommended this and I ain't trusting this shit. No, I'm not like that. For me, if I'm gonna recommend some shit, I promise you, you're not gonna be like, oh, this is fucking terrible. No. Quality shit. So would I recommend this? No. Now, When I bought cigars from the website the other day, there's a question that it does leave when you're going to leave a rating for the cigar. Would you recommend this to a beginner? That is a good question. That's a very good question that I'm going to start incorporating in the cigar reviews. Now, the first cigar that I had bought from online was that T52. That's not a cigar I would recommend to a beginner. The shit's too strong. Even though I don't like the taste of this, would I recommend this to a beginner? If this was my first cigar, what would my experience be like? Would I want to continue puffing cigars? Or would this turn me off? So I'll say this much about this cigar. If this was your first cigar ever, and you finished it and said, you know what, I didn't like it, but I'm not turned away from it. I don't think this would take somebody, if it's your first cigar and it's okay not liking this, but if this isn't a cigar that would say, you know what, I would recommend this to a beginner. Because there's better cigars and there's worse cigars. There's better cigars and there's worse cigars. So if you get through this shit and you're like, nah, I want to try some more cigars, some different cigars. That's the thing. This is a cigar, if you can get through this shit and at the end of it, if you're like, yeah, I don't think I want to puff cigars no more, then the cigars is not going to be your thing. If you get through this and you're like, yeah, I don't really want to puff cigars no more, that's something, right? So even if I equate it to some, we can all relate to something else, right? It's like, even if you get with a woman, right? That one time, you be like, you know what? I'm just not fucking with her, but I know it's a bad bitch out there. That's what this shit is like. It might not turn you off, but you're like, you know what? There got to be more to this. There might be some. That was just an average bitch. This is an average cigar. That's how we're gonna take this shit. If you finish this shit, like, yeah, you know what? I can fuck with this shit. I want to try some different cigars. I'll recommend it to a beginner. But I would not recommend it to a seasoned cigar puffer. So if somebody already puffs cigars and they just not that, like, you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this for you. But if it's their first cigar, I'll be like, yo, puff this. Now, if after finish puffing this cigar, you want to try other cigars and you're still interested in it, I'll be like, you know what? It's for you. If you can get through this and you be like, nah, I don't rock with it, I'm like, yeah, you don't want to go down this cigar experience. It might get a little bit better, but it ain't gonna get, you know what I'm saying? So this is that. There's better cigars, but you might have a bad one. You definitely might have a bad one. So if you couldn't finish this, then there's going to be some that really take you out the game. So it's something like that. A good cigar. What is a good cigar? I have a couple. And it depends on your price range. So this is not a cigar I would recommend. Okay, what is a good cigar? Tell me a price, and then I'll tell you a good cigar for that price. Cigars cost anywhere between $4 and $200. Between $4 and $200. 50. Oh, you're in a great ballpark. Fuck. He's on my fucking shit. Okay. You're in a great ballpark. Okay. Now, for $50, you can definitely taste some of the top tier cigars. Now, and if you're just jumping straight up at the $50 range, Padron. If I'm going to sit there and recommend you something, and I'm just going to say, yo, there's some boss ass shit, some smooth ass shit, I'm like, yo, get a Padron. And most of them The top tier ones are going to be between 35 and 50. Now, when I said cigars range up to $200, there's two companies that came up with that $200 cigar, Fuente and Padron. So Fuente also has some very good cigars. Oliva, I think, and this is just my opinion, Oliva is overrated. It's okay, but there are better cigars for that same price point at that in that range. So with $50, a Padron or a Fuente, just have your pick and have your choice. The number four, Padron number four, Padron Anniversary, Fuente. Well, my preference, I like the queen bee over the king bee, but they're gonna get or the chateau. You gonna see it. It's gonna come with that cedar wood wrapped around it. I like that. If you don't know what to do with the cedar wood, you take the cedar wood off. You light the cedar wood, and then you use that fire to go with to light the foot of your cigar. So in that price range, oh, you balling out. But my favorite cigar is only $25. My favorite cigar is only $25. So if you go down, the most I ever spent on one cigar is $35, and that was a Padron. That was a Padron. Then in a Placentia, there's a Placentia cigar. It's shaped like a hexagon. That cigar was about $35 as well. And so my favorite cigar is the Liga Privada number 9. That's a $25 cigar. Its successor is called the T52. That's another $25 cigar. The difference, in my opinion, the T52 has a much bolder, robust taste, and it gives you a longer puff time. And it gives you a longer puff time. Thank you. And it gives you a longer puff time. The number 9 is so fucking smooth. And anybody will tell you it's that it has this rich creaminess and smoothness to it. And that is the kill. That cigar will be done. I did a whole video on it. And the video came out in 25 minutes. The video came out in 25 minutes. So for a $25 cigar, that you're only going to get 20 to 25 minutes off of it. Listen, that's the type of joint you tell a woman, she be like, yo, da 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 da. You be like, listen, it's gonna be the best 5 minutes of your life. That's that shit. It ain't gonna last too long, but it's gonna be good the whole time. That's what you tell a woman. Listen, we ain't gonna be going too long, but it's gonna be good the whole time. So, but now I've had it once, so I'm gonna have it again, and I'm just gonna see if it stands. Because sometimes you might just get a bad one out the bunch. So let's do it again. We're gonna do this one again. Now the first time, I wanted to make sure that was clear. But this time we're gonna do this one live. And so you can see the full body. You can see the full body cigar. Let's get into it. So there's the band, El Gūegūense, the wise man. El Gūegūense, the wise man. Esteli, Nicaragua. So you can see it there. Here's the full body cigar. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut this off. And we're gonna get it lit back up. Now they always coming at me for how much is a cigar be cutting off. I be cutting off that much. That's how much of the cigar I be cutting off. They be mad at me, so I'm gonna cut off a little bit, just a bit, just that much right there. There, I ain't even cut nothing off for real. Can't nobody, don't hopefully nobody come at me for that. Don't nobody come at me for that. Now we are outside. It's nighttime, and so I'm gonna go with the Zippo lighter. We're gonna go with the Zippo lighter. Why? Because it's wind resistant. I'm gonna go with the Zippo lighter because it's wind resistant. So, you see, like I told you, it's an easy draw and pull. It's gonna be an easy draw and pull. The aesthetics might hit a little harder if I was inside, but the wind blowing, the wind doing what it do. It's toasty, nice and toasty. And so yeah, it's a very average cigar. It's a very average cigar. So if it was your first time, if you get through this and you still enjoy the experience, but you want to try something better, there's definitely better cigars. So the fact that I would at least recommend this, I wouldn't recommend it to a seasoned cigar smoker, but a newbie. This the motherfucking it's a Toyota Corolla. If this your first time trying it, put you in a Toyota Corolla. Second best to which one? I don't necessarily recommend this. This is a 7.5. I'm puffing it again, but I wouldn't buy it again. You're not gonna see me puffing this ever again. Now my favorite cigars, after that Liga Privada and the T52s, some average price cigars, the Leaf by Oscar Criollo, the Leaf by Oscar Maduro. But you know what? I would be remiss if I did not mention my father. If I did not mention my father. So here is my father. So this is on the higher end of my father's cigars. Very, very, very spiritual. So this is on the higher end of my father cigars. It's called the Judge. I had this on my birthday. This was a really good cigar. And then this one is that motherfucking flying pig. You dig? So here's the flying pig. Now, if I say I came to see a lady about a flying pig, it's gonna look like this. All right? It's gonna look like this. So this is, if you just want to try a flying pig, if you just want to try a flying pig cigar, I would definitely say try this one. This is the average price cigar. It's about 13 $13 or $14, depending on the cigar shop that you go to. It's two-tone. Cuban, no Cuban. It's two-tone. It's light skin in the front, dark skin in the back. And so she got a light skin friend look like Michael Jackson. She got a dark skin friend look. It's a two-tone shit. Cuban, no Cuban. So that's those ones. And then why have one when I can have two? And why have two when I can have three? You feel me? And why have three when I can have four? And why have four when I can have more? So these are Reese's type shit. No Cocoa Puffs. So the flying pig, that Kentucky Fried Cured Pig is the one that if you're not trying to spend $25, but you still want a flying pig, the Kentucky Fried Cure is $14, and you can get close to it. You can get close to it, and then. So we talked about My Father, Padron, Liga Privada, Leaf by Oscar. And the reason I'm even whatchamacallit is because I'm writing my 9th book. And these are going to be chapters in my book. The chapters in my 9th book are going to be titled by cigars. The chapters in my 9th book are going to be titled by cigars. So Padron is going to be a chapter, the My Father is a chapter, the Flying Pigs, and then the Leaf by Oscars, and then we got that motherfucking peach cobbler. Let me check my notes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so the other, it's the Padrones, the My Fathers, the Leaf by Oscars, the Flying Pigs, and then that motherfucking peach cobbler. And so parts of my 9th book are just, when I have certain thoughts, how I want it to go. But what I really kind of want to do, I kind of want, like on a grand scale, in a grand scheme, it would be, so the way the chapters in the book go is a girl brings me the cigar. If she bring me 2, that's a before and after. But we'll document the experience. And then low key, right? What if, like, how it's perspective. So I'll write perspective down, and then she write her perspective down. I don't know if we need to both read it, but I'm just saying that should be dope. But I know right now you're writing how I be wanting shit to go, how I want it to play out. I got a couple freestyles in there. And so I'm waiting to publish it. And because it's almost like, how if you just try to pay attention a little bit and you be like, okay, if this is a hint for what's to come, equally yoked. Hey, listen, bro. She gotta, hey, bro. That's another thing. I just know. That's another thing I just know. Like, she gotta be on some. She gotta be confident enough to just want to be on camera. Like her outfits, she gotta be just as fly as me. Like, I don't mind styling her up, but if she fly as shit already, I can fuck with her. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And like, so the last Cigar Vixen video, it was funny to me. I just noticed it, but Shorty, her dress was the same color as the car. That was dope shit. But I be looking at bitches and I be seeing, I look at how they dress, and so I just think that just fly. So she got to be confident. She got to be funny. She got to be goofy. She got to be intelligent. Like, and there's different types of intelligence too, because I know my intelligence can be intimidating, but if she's intelligent in another area that I'm not fluent in, then there's that's where she kind of wins. You know what I'm saying? Even if she just speaks another language, if she speaks another language, she's more intelligent than me in a certain area. And so I like how the real Tarzan, his shorty teach him Spanish. But at the same time, she fly as shit, her body on point, she work out, and she not scared of the animals. Like, she be catching the snakes and stuff too. She be going up there picking up snakes and turtles. Like, they like nature and shit. So the only thing I'm mad about, bro, I look at it as inspiration. He had to delete the picture because people was whatever on Instagram. He had that shorty laying in the bed with the snake. I said, oh shit, I should have screenshotted that shit. That shit was motivation for me. That shit was motivation to me. Having a photo shoot in the bedroom with the snakes and shit. That shit was fire. But you gotta have a shorty who on that type of time. Or even if she kind of already gotta be there. She kind of already gotta be there. There's certain stuff you can plant seeds and you can get it out of. She had it in her. I got it out of. It's sometimes they don't know what they want to do, but then it's like, okay, I can do this. I can fuck with this. I ain't never did this before. Like some of the shorties who be lighting up the cigars be like, yo, I ain't never used this cutter before. I ain't used this lighter. So like that shit, that's new to them. And so I already got the other video, Perfect Manifestation. Now, I would not mind teaching her how to hand roll a cigar. And then so every morning I wake up, she hand rolled a cigar, hand that shit to me. That's some fire ass shit. Nah, I would teach a shorty how to hand roll a cigar. So when I wake up in the morning, she hand roll a cigar for me. You know what I'm saying? Do what she do. Then she go cook, come back. We go out, play with the dogs and the snakes. Go make some music videos. Reenactments. Oh, cause I did my reenactments, right? And so I got some funny movie scenes. I got some serious movie scenes. Like and so my last one I had to do like my scary movie scene. So I did that. My movie ain't got no love scene. It ain't got no love scene in it. So that's why I also gotta find a shorty who basically I might just need to date an actress. I need to find a shorty who trying to be an actress. Like, yo, let's do this scene. Like, we can sit there and watch movies and be like, oh shit, I like this. Let's do this scene. You know what scene I was just watching? I watched that Monster Ball scene with Halle Berry. This man, Billy Bob Thornton. If you watch that scene, bro, I ain't even watched the shit with the sound. I just watched the shit. Watch that Monster Ball scene, bro. Go. I'll tell you the timestamps. Go to about 111 minutes. Go a little bit past that. Halle Berry made that whole scene. She made it what it is and what it's gonna be. The only reason we know Billy Bob Thornton is because we was like, who's the lucky man to be in that scene? He didn't do nothing for that scene, bro. He didn't do nothing for that scene. So I'd be like, yo, you trying to recreate this scene? You trying to recreate this scene? Those scenes are actually kind of hard to do. I watch Eyes Wide Shut today. Well, I don't know what movie. Who movie is that? Who movie is that? Mm-mm. Is it rated R? First of all, is it rated R? If the movie ain't rated R, it's probably not good. I don't know why, but that's true. That generally holds up. I mean, unless it's a cartoon movie. Now, Gold member, Austin Powers was pretty good. Who knows? Who knows? Because if yours is and everybody else ain't, who knows? It's rated that. Alright. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I might try that. I'll peek into it. Eyes Wide Shut. I even fuck with the name almost because it's wide shut, not wide open. So my goal was to go get literally, I was like, you know what? Yesterday I was slumped. Today, I was like, you know what? I was spray painting. I went to church today. If you did not know, maybe other people know, Salvation Army actually has a church service. It was pretty cool. They had a band. Salvation Army had a band. That was cool. Then they're not singing, if you go to a Baptist church, they be singing certain songs and third. They ain't singing no songs I know, but they were singing a song like, I fuck with this. They had the actual choir set up, and you listen to a song, and certain sections got to come in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who be leading it, but then it's like, the tenors and the sopranos, and then the da da da. I was like, yo, they be practicing, bro. I was like, that joint is alright. That joint was alright. And they efficient. They are efficient, bro. It was on some. It was like, how you don't. All right. The joke is that if you go to a black church, it don't never end. Right? If you go to a black church, it don't never end. You go to a black church, they be having step shows, and there's this and there's that and da da da. So this one was very efficient. They said one song, boom, next thing, and there was the slideshow was boop, boop, boop. That was moving. I said, oh snap, this church was moving. It was so efficient, bro. I was like, I'll come back to this. That church was so efficient. Like you like, yo, nothing took too long. You know what I'm saying? You like, everything was just boop, 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 kept moving. It was moving and grooving. I said, all right, bet. So if you have not been to a Salvation, now I don't know now my experience might not be your experience. Now every Salvation Army might not be this and the third, but I rock with it. Even with the people who got the uniforms on, it be looking like they military. Everybody a colonel or major or sergeant, this and the third. I'm okay with it. I rock with it. Even the lady who was greeting me, the lady who was greeting, she was like, I'm about to crazy because, you know, they travel a lot. They travel a lot. So she was going back to Chile. And Chile, now I'm not talking about the food. I'm talking about the country. And then her husband, I think, is from there too. Like I said, her husband is Spanish. So she's fluent in Spanish for the most part. But when he needs to know an English word, boom. And when she needs to know a Spanish word, boom. So, and then she was like, you know, it's nice. It's nice to have friends in like Hong Kong. I said, that's something to say. She got friends in Hong Kong. Where, so if she want to go to Hong Kong, she can stay with friends in Hong Kong. I said, that's something to say. One day I might be able to say, yeah, I got friends in Vietnam and Hong Kong and Italy and Japan and Greece and Africa and wherever I go, I got friends. That was some dope stuff to say. That was some dope stuff to say. And she just casually said it in conversation. I'm like, you know how much of a flex that is? Like, you're casually flexing on me right now. But I'm hyped for you. She's like, yeah, I got my Jeep outside. She said, the tires are too big. I got to use a step stool. She just casually flexing on me. And then she ends the conversation with saying, yeah, so if you come back next week and for the next 4 weeks, I won't be here. I'll be in Chile. Well, I'll see you when you get back. Oh, because I was asking about her travels. She was like, yeah. She said New Zealand is like Chile. I don't know what Chile looks like. I don't know what it's like to be there. She said they're on the same latitude line. So, you know, the vegetation and the forest and the trees and the fruits, they're similar. Just flexing. I like stuff like that, though. Traveling. Just to travel. And to say, I'm going to another country for 4 weeks. Now, the last time this happened to me, the last time I met a shorty and she said she was going to another country for 4 weeks, she came back, we went bar hopping, and she said, I'm going away for another 4 weeks. Huh? Where they do that at? So yeah. Now, I don't know. We had 2 cigars. We have 3 more. We have 3 more cigars. Which means cigar talk tomorrow. I gotta do a video, I gotta do an edit. I don't know of what. That was my other, it's not a problem. I guess these are good problems to have. For season 13, I'm still figuring out what to do for season 13. I'm not quite sure. Another movie scene reenactment. There's no movie scenes that's coming to mind. Oh, it was a pleasure. The pleasure was all mine. The pleasure was all mine. The pleasure was all mine. Pause. Come on. Is it paused or not? I got one for you. Technically, I do. I got a cigar for you. That's what I want to do in the next Cigar Vixen video. In the next Cigar Vixen video, I was like, you know what? In my first ones, they was giving me the cigar and lighting it up. Now I need to hand the shorty a cigar. And Now I need to hand the shorty a cigar and light the cigar up for her. Or we could both do it at the same time. That's different. That would be different. If we both hand each other cigars and light the cigars for each other, that's different. Cause usually, what's the joint? Well, oh, that's wine. Y'all take the wine, but you give it. You're not doing it for each other. It's almost like that strawberry. You feed her a strawberry and stuff. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. But again, I gotta find a shorty who puffs cigars. Or who's at least willing to try it. One time for the one time. Yeah, facts. What this jumbo? Listen, I got 3 lighters on me right now. I got 3 lighters and some matches on me right now. I can use 1 lighter. Matter of fact, I got 4 lighters. I have 4 lighters and some matches on me right now. Yeah, 4 lighters and some matches on me right now. So yeah, my final cigar rating for this, I'm gonna say it's just for the simple fact that I would recommend it to a first-time puffer. I wouldn't get it again necessarily. I wouldn't puff it again, but I would recommend it to a first time. It's a 7.5. I think I feel comfortable saying that 7.5. It's decent. It's decent. No, I gotta pause this. I gotta use it. I gotta pee. So we got some new cigar bands we putting in the wallet. Got some new cigar bands we putting in the wallet. Well, I didn't even... Yes, they're going in the wallet right now, but they'll be going into the book. They'll be going into the book tonight. In other news, is there anything worth whatchamacallit? Now, if I gotta keep the people updated, I think people know. Would you know how it's just certain, like, you know certain artists and rappers, but you don't know them all. So if they say somebody, be like, who is that? First of all, I know of Dirk, right? I know of, I'm not even sure his name, if it's a Lil Durk or Young Durk, whatever. I know of Dirk. But apparently he going to jail. Now the craziest thing about it is, he was recently given the keys to 2 different cities. So Dirk was given the keys to 2 different cities. And, you know, apparently he just had this whole inspirational, motivational song about, you know, I guess trying to do good or whatever. They just gave him keys to 2 cities. So apparently, somebody was like, if you was going to order, first of all, his real name is Dirk. Durk. His real name is Dirk. That's his government name. That's another thing. So, but it's like you can't even joke because we had Dirk Nowitzki, who was a basketball player. So, first of all, Dirk, Durk. Not only that, he's a junior. So his dad name is Dirk. So the funniest shit. Okay. The funniest shit. First of all, he's a junior. His real name is Dirk. His dad name is Dirk. So technically, they call his dad Big Dirk and they call him Little Dirk. Okay, now that that's out the way. Somebody said, I would have never thought that somebody, if you're gonna order a hit job, you're gonna have a paper trail for this shit. Like, especially on credit cards and shit. So from what I can gather from the story is that Dirk hired some of his people to go to another city and place a hit out on somebody else, right? Orders their flights on a credit card. People was like, bro, what? They said this might go down as the dumbest jet in history, bro. Because it's one thing to go to, like, you could have just paid people with money and they could travel in a car. They went on flights. So there's so much paper trail. Then they said the other part about this whole thing was his bro was wearing a wire. They say his bro was wearing a wire. So it's like there's so much evidence for him to just go down. So much evidence for him to go down. Now, the reason I said because I don't be knowing too much about who's rapper and what this and the third. So apparently, Dirk ordered a hit out on Vaughn. I don't know who. Forgive me. I don't know who Vaughn is for real, but he's another rapper. He ordered this. They go take the planes. They get the wrong person. Didn't even fulfill the order. Mission wasn't even completed. They got the wrong person. So they killed the wrong person. There's evidence for it. The man was wearing the wire. And there's a paper trail on credit cards for booking all their flights. He didn't get them a rental car. He didn't he didn't just pay them. He didn't just leave the money. Man, I ain't know whatchamacallit or nothing. But with this much money, you could at least left the money in the car and said in one of your own car, or just you could have bought a whole nother car, put the money in the car and was like, bro, go over there, do this. Didn't what? He ordered flights. So, and they got the wrong person. And the man was wearing the wire. He going down, down, down. So, anyway, they said Dirk might be the dumbest criminal in history. But what that girl from In Living Color said? But you ain't hear from me. You ain't hear from me. That's just what I heard. That's word on the street. But you ain't hear from me. Dirk is the dumbest criminal in history. Because the only other part about this is, like, you could really, like, dislike somebody. You can hate somebody. But to go to, like, you could think that you like, I ain't going. But I just don't be understanding what would be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and off this person. I'm going to unalive this person. First of all, I can't be the only person. Whenever y'all hear unalive, that shit is funny to me. But what could a person do that would make you want to unalive them? Like, I don't know what was going down in between them to make him be like, you know what? I need this person gone. I don't ever see this person again in history. Like, you could just not talk to a person. You could not interact or engage with a person. But they're just like, yo, I don't want this person around on Earth no more. I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? I don't know what happened. But he tried to unalive him. Is there any in other news? So there's Dirk. He going to jail. That's all I got right now. I'm gonna have to check my community page for any other, tidbits. But yeah.